Hi there, welcome to my kitchen. So today I'm going to show you one of my signature dishes. I love this dish. It's one of my favorites for sure. So it is a butternut squash ravioli, homemade from scratch, topped with a lemon truffle butter sauce with tiger prawns. It is phenomenal. So what I have here is my rolled out pasta dough. It is just flour, eggs, salt, and a little bit of oil. And then I rolled it out really thin. I put it through about 4 or 5 times, and I want it to be almost paper thin. Like I want to be able to see my hand a little bit through it. That way it's not dense after you cook it. So what else I have here is I've topped my filling already on one of the sheets. The filling is just butternut squash, mascarpone, parmesan, salt, pepper. So I used an egg wash around each ball of stuffing, and then I just top it with my ravioli like this. And I'm going to try and get as much air out from each individual ravioli. And then I use a nifty pizza cutter here to slice it all up into perfect little squares. And then I just edge it with a fork. It's super simple. And I don't have time to show you exactly how I did it all, but I do have one of my finished products right there. Hope you can see that. It's just one of the raviolis. They look really good. They look perfect. So now I'm going to show you how I cook it all. Hi there. All right, so now I'm going to do some cooking. So I've got my ravioli already in some boiling water, salt water, for about 5 minutes. That's all they take. They're nice and thin, so they won't take much longer. Now I'm gonna make some tiger prawns. They're raw. Just a little bit of lemon, salt, pepper, and that's it. So I'm gonna throw those in now. They only take about a minute aside. Doesn't take long at all. You don't want to overcook them or they do get chewy. You want them to be nice and tender and also very sweet, naturally so. I've already prepared my sauce. If you can see that there. So this is a lemon truffle butter sauce. There's lemon juice, truffle oil, a little bit of cream, a balsamic, white balsamic and wine that I reduced first, and then the truffle oil. That's it for the sauce. Only thing you gotta make sure you do is mix in the butter really slowly and take it off the heat because you don't want the butter to separate, because if not, you're gonna have an oily mess and it's icky. All right, so the prawns are going. They're gonna be about a minute aside. I'm also gonna fry some sage, just some fresh sage leaves that I have here. I throw them into some bubbly oil for about 5 seconds. That's all they take. And then they're done. And they're an amazing crunch and an awesome flavor when they're boiled like, or when they're fried like that. All right, so I'm gonna plate now. Okay, now for plating. So I've got my 6 raviolis on a plate. That's a perfect number for a meal. I'm gonna top them with a prawn each. So the reason why I love this dish so much and why it's so special to me is I'm from New Brunswick, grew up eating a lot of seafood, crab, lobster, shrimp, shellfish, anything you name it. I loved it. It's definitely my favorite food. When I moved to British Columbia for work, I met my soon-to-be husband, and he didn't eat any seafood, like nothing, and that was just not going to work for me. So I slowly started making meals and adding a little bit of seafood to it here and there, and yeah, I brought him over to the dark side. He's officially converted, and he loves seafood now, well, at least crab, shrimp, and lobster. So this is a bit of me and a bit of him, because there's the seafood, the shrimp, which is totally me, and he's a total pasta fan. So there's the pasta and the shrimp. It's perfect. So I topped it with shrimp and then also my amazing lemon butter sauce, which is nice and creamy. A little goes a long way because it's super rich. And now I also toasted some pine nuts. It's about 7 minutes at 375. That's all it took. And it adds this awesome little crunch to the dish. So I'm going to sprinkle those over top of my dish like that. Perfect. And then I'm also going to use that dry sage, that crispy sage that I fried up in oil. And these are amazing. They just crisp right in half. Like, it adds this awesome texture, and they're also super mild and absolutely delicious. So I just fried those for about 3 seconds in oil and then topped it with a little bit of salt, and that's all it takes. So I'm going to add some of these to my dish. It also adds this beautiful little color to the dish. All right, now that's done. I'm gonna finish this all off with a little sprinkle of fresh Parmesan, because that makes everything better. And this is kind of why I love making this dish. There's so much to it, and it honestly is like a work of art. It's so pretty. This is the final product. I hope this makes you hungry because it sure made me hungry making it. I cannot wait to eat it. Anyways, thanks for watching. I've got so much more up my sleeve. I really hope you consider me for the show. Thank you.